Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to show you a progression of the standing Webster. So before you learn the standing Webster, you're going to have to learn the standing front flip and the 3/4 flip. So these two skills are very beneficial because the standing front flip, it teaches you basically how to spin really quickly with no bounce. So when you're jumping normally, you don't really need to spin quickly. But when you're doing it standing, you'll need to spin quickly. You need to throw really hard with your arms and flip around like that. And the 3/4 flip is very useful because a lot of the progressions involve a 3/4 flip in it. And yeah, and pretty much you have to be able to do a regular front flip too, obviously, but you'll need to do that for the standing front flip. And it doesn't hurt to have other tricks like ball out, but those aren't really necessary for learning the skill. But because some of them are harder than that, like landing a ball out is definitely harder than this trick, I think. After you do those two skills a while and you get used to them, then you're going to try to do the next progression, which is basically a roll off of one foot, and I'll show you what that looks like now. The next step is basically doing a 3/4 flip the same way as you do the roll, basically like lifting up your foot and going down and like going for the flip, and then, but instead of like touching your hands to the ground, you're not going to touch your hands to the ground, you're going to go straight over your head. So the third step for learning the standing Webster is basically doing a one-footed front flip, like bouncing. So here's what this looks like. So there's two different ways to do this. The first way to do this is to start on the spring pad and then to bounce on one foot, then bounce on the other, and then do the front flip and land on both feet. The second way to do this is bouncing on one foot a bunch of times and then doing a front flip and landing on both feet. And the most important part about this, which is pretty much a key to the Webster, you're going to have to bring your leg backwards. When you're doing the flip, you basically bounce, and when you go off one foot, you bring your leg back, and then you have to flip over and then tuck. I guess I would recommend undertuck because most of the people that are really good at that stuff generally undertuck. So the last step to doing the standing Webster is to really just go for it. After you feel really confident with all these other steps, you basically just put your foot forward, throw it back, throw as hard as you can, tuck, and try to land on both feet. And you're obviously not going to get it first try, but as long as you practice, you'll be able to get it. We believe in you, and you have to be able to do this. I have also a recommended trick.
What did you do?
No. Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah.